Just going around the bird, sanding down where the primer went, hitting all the spots, making sure they're ready. Still got the bottom down here to do. It's cleaned up and primed. It's pretty good. Just cleaned up all around the window. It's important to get inside those little edges so that it don't peel up on you. Scrape that out really good. It's a pain in the butt. Roll up your sandpaper, go as rough as you have to. Now the right way to do this would be to take the glass out. This is an original glass car. I mean, not that that really matters as much as people think, but it is what it is. So this is what we're doing. It's had a few paint jobs and we wanted to scrape all the junk out because there was some peeling down low. We don't want that coming up into our new repaint. See, the body line here is a little better. Might be a wee bit off, but we're living with it where it is. Now I do got to come in here and clean some of that up a little bit. Tomorrow we'll sand that out a little better. But you got to go around and be sure that there's no little corners or anything weird like in those around the windows. You don't want none of that peeling. A lot of people go, oh, it's under the chrome, it don't matter. But realistically, that matters the most. Because if it starts peeling here, it's going to come up here outside, right? So the details is kind of important. And I'm not even talking details to make it nice. I'm talking details just to make the paint stick to the car. So, like you can see, all these little spots around that light had to be fixed. And down under here had to be done. Anywhere where we sanded and metal or unknown primer came through, we put a little blast of primer on it to make sure it's kind of sealed in. The top of this fender, we went over it, made it smooth again, and then painted it. Sorry, we primed it again. So I'm scuffing that. And then we went over it with the Scotch-Brite with a brand new one to make sure it's scuffed up. Now we are going to come back. I got to do around these edges. You can see where it's shiny. Because I basically machine sanded a lot of the car before we even started. But I left around the chromes and stuff. We'll do all that by hand because it's round. This side we got to do the bottom as well, around the four wheels. Can't take those trims off. They're just, it's not happening. They're really in there, and those screws are falling apart. But there's no rust in there. You can go inside and see the metal, and the metal's all good. So we're leaving it alone. And again, with enough money, we can do more and more and more. But that's not what we're doing with this one. Did a bit of work on the windshield pillar here. A little dust, but that's good enough. Something weird happened here in the primer, so we'll have to touch that up tomorrow. Around the windshield's not bad, but tomorrow morning I'll do to this what I did to the back window. We'll go all in here. Anything that looks loose, clean it up. But you gotta kind of go around all of it to make sure nothing comes loose. And if it comes loose, you gotta just keep sanding until nothing's loose and everything is sound. Usually what I like to do up there is spin it all off with a wire brush with no glass in the car. Then I rough it up and epoxy prime around the windows is usually my go-to. But with this car, original glass, original numbers, it is very clear. We got one chip in it right there. You can see an X crack in it. But yeah, all the primer on the cars, other than around the back window, it's all ready to go. There's a little bit of breakthrough around that emblem there from wear and tear. So we sanded that, put a bit of primer and scuffed it. It's good to go. The hood's dusty. We're going to sand that one spot right here. There was a couple little marks I had to sand out. And we shot just a wee bit of primer when we did the car, so that's good to go. We'll sand that, it's good to go. Parts in the booth, trunk lid and such. that stuff is all just wipe and paint. So anyway, we're pretty happy with it. It's where we are. She's getting closer. Cheers.